Baron Corbin just can't catch a break, and now he had to sacrifice his success for this guy. Every time something big is about to happen for Baron Corbin, something goes wrong and he has to try out his 59th gimmick. It took me a really long time to appreciate Baron Corbin. I always knew he's good, but what WWE tried to do with the character never really worked with me. When he came to the main roster, he was the lone wolf. And it wasn't necessarily bad, he was basically Damien Priest of that time. He had a decent look, great finisher, and amazing theme song. Why is he not bringing that one back, by the way? No, that is a question to Triple H. It's not necessarily that he was doing anything wrong, but the fans just didn't respond. Baron Corbin even became Mr. Money in the Bank with that gimmick. But yeah, we all know what happened. Unfortunately, Baron Corbin unsuccessfully cashed in. Then he lost against John Cena. So that's when WWE tried other ways to use Baron Corbin. He became the general manager. He was Constable Corbin, and this is around 2018, 2019, and honestly, my worst memories of Monday Night Raw. Every time I look at this picture, I just get this bad feeling. I remember even talking about that in my videos. If I wasn't a content creator, I would not be watching WWE anymore. That was the darkest days of WWE in my opinion. And don't get me wrong, he was doing everything right, but he was definitely overexposed and the rest of the show sucked anyway. The whole situation was just kinda sad. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean he was getting buried. It seems like WWE actually liked the gimmick, and Baron Corbin was involved in a lot of important pro wrestling moments. He was involved in some really big programs, and he even defeated Kurt Angle in Kurt Angle's retirement match. It's Baron Corbin we're talking about. Another gimmick, King Corbin. Another cheesy, overplayed gimmick in the WWE. It was alright for a few weeks, but then it just got boring. Who could forget that King Corbin versus Roman Reigns rivalry? I wish we could. I wish we could. To be fair, the only thing I do remember about this rivalry is the dog food. None of the rivalries really benefited Baron Corbin. In the end, he had to change gimmicks again. WWE tried something with him, they even made him a faction, but none of it really worked. Until one of my favorite WWE characters of all time. Broke-ass Corbin. Yes, people, watching someone struggling for whatever reason was really fun. I don't know if that makes us bad people, but watching Baron Corbin begging for food, for money, man, just beautiful, right? Just absolutely beautiful. This was an amazing character. Sure, you're using Baron Corbin, who has a lot more potential than just a comedy gimmick, but this made SmackDown so fun to watch. Sure, it didn't make any sense. My man is a WWE wrestler, and he can't afford anything. That's like WWE saying, yes, we pay them pennies. When it comes to Corbin, we pay him in sandwiches. So he was asking for money, he was asking for opportunities, he couldn't get a haircut, change his clothes. That's how broke he was. His wife took everything. Still, in my opinion, the best Baron Corbin gimmick. And I'm really kinda shocked that it was really short-lived. And who could forget that time we all donated to his GoFundMe? Man, I invested so much money because I felt sorry for Baron Corbin. Imagine if wrestling was fake. I would look so stupid right now, right? Thankfully, it's not. Watching a desperate broke man doing dumb shit was really fun. But then he turned his misfortunes around in Las Vegas. He became filthy rich and was called Happy Corbin. He aligned himself with Madcap Moss. The fun part was that he got rich. Everything else, to me, it was almost like go away heat. I know it's arguable, but in my opinion, nowadays especially, maybe it was different back then, a good heel is someone that you love watching, but it's fun to boo, because as audience, you're playing along. When it comes to this, it was more like go away heat. Nobody's excited to see Happy Corbin talk. That's what people don't really understand. Back in the day, some people took wrestling a bit more seriously. Nowadays, it's not the same. A good heel is someone that you just love to hate. In the end, this gimmick didn't really work out either. Then we got this JBL alliance. He was called the Modern Wrestling God. Baron Corbin actually said he felt like he was sinking. He hated the gimmick. I thought it was alright for like a couple of weeks. And to be honest, guys, I feel like I was more excited about JBL than Baron Corbin, so that was an issue. But Baron Corbin kept losing and losing and losing, and JBL finally left. To me, it almost seemed like Baron Corbin's career is over. And let me tell you something. I wasn't a big fan of Baron Corbin, but over the years, I've learned to appreciate how good he is. First of all, he's just a great guy. I've seen a lot of interactions with him on Twitter with fans, and it's just really wholesome. And he's just really, really good in the ring. He's really smooth. His matches are actually really fun to watch. There's a clip of him basically saving Dolph Ziggler's career. Baron Corbin is really underrated in my opinion. And it seems like slowly the fans realize that too. After that gimmick, WWE just used Baron Corbin as a jobber, basically. But like I've said, fans learn to appreciate him. In a random live event in Paris, Baron Corbin got an amazing crowd reaction, and after the match, he was absolutely stunned. It seemed like it came out of nowhere. But I feel like at this point, Baron Corbin is one of these OGs, right? It's really hard to get invested into someone new most of the time, but Baron Corbin is just someone that we got used to watching, and we know how good he is, even if WWE don't give him the right, gimmicks or storylines or anything. Then Baron Corbin went back to NXT, which may not sound that good, but it was the right move because Baron Corbin finally brought back his gimmick with a little twist, but still, he became the Lone Wolf. Well, Baron Corbin is actually a free agent. Sometimes we do see him on other shows, but for the most part, he's spending time in NXT right now. In NXT, he became a serious character again, and I think he's doing a pretty good job right here. So, what we thought is basically that WWE are trying to repackage Baron Corbin again, see what works, and maybe just stick with what worked mostly the best. But like I've said, Baron Corbin just can't catch a break. We got Baron Corbin versus Gable Steveson, someone that the fans just actually hate. Even Baron Corbin, someone who always receives a lot of boos, couldn't make people like this dude. And I guess that's mostly because of his personal life situation. And maybe also the fact that he got drafted to Raw and didn't show up for like 59 years. But we got the match and people booed the crap out of Gable Steveson. Baron Corbin was the biggest babyface. They chanted all sorts of stuff at the dude and also Baron Corbin. My man was the biggest babyface. The match ended in a double countout. Again, it seems like WWE were trying something with Baron Corbin, and he's back to being a guy you beat to go up. Basically, he's becoming Dolph Ziggler. And I've just realized it kind of feels like this whole free agent thing is for people who are going to elevate other people. It's pretty obvious, actually. I think I've mentioned that before. Of course, let's not count Brock Lesnar. What this guy actually offers to the WWE, by the way, why are they so high on the dude? I know he's an Olympian and all that shit, but what does he's not charismatic. Nobody gives a shit. While this guy was getting ready for 5 years, Logan Paul already gave us like 5 bangers. I was feeling really optimistic about Baron Corbin, but it just seems like it's a never-ending cycle. Like I've said, I'm a Baron Corbin mark right now. I've learned to appreciate how great this guy is. But thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you believe that Baron Corbin will ever, get over in the WWE again? And do you think this guy will ever get one cheer? Like at least one pity cheer, Gabe? I don't think so. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.